Alright gang, welcome back to a 100 horsepower challenge on Ostbeck. It's December. I was completely wrong at the end of the last episode saying that we might have to skip a couple of months. This field is ready to harvest. 1 month later. Didn't have to skip any months at all. So that's a good thing. So we're on our way here, obviously, harvesting this field here. It's going to take us a long time probably to get this harvested, but realistically today I would like to get this field harvested up. And if at all possible, maybe a little bit of a longer episode, but if at all possible, I'd like to also get this field re-drilled. We don't have too many episodes left in this series before we flip over to FS22, so it will be coming to a close in the near future here. Maybe a handful of episodes or less left. So realistically, what's going to occur, if at all possible, I will get this field re-drilled today. Sprayed, all that good stuff, and then I will do the second, application of fertilizer for this specific field off camera between now and the next episode, and we'll skip a few months until, things are ready to harvest, something like that. That's more than likely what will occur, but we'll see. But that's my initial goal for now. Today, I would also like to, if at all possible, get rid of some more of these trees. It may end up being the longest episode we've done on this series, but we'll have to find out, right? We'll have to wait and see how things go. If things don't go to plan, as I just mentioned there, and we have to do another episode in January for whatever reason, then so be it, right? Maybe a shorter one in January, but regardless, nevertheless, we might have to go that path. But at least initially, my goal is to not go that path, and it's to rather get everything for the most part done today, and go from there. Now, it is December. December and January are typically the best time to sell things, so that may also change my plans as well, right? If the stuff that we have is not perfect until January, which sometimes it isn't, I think, we may end up doing an episode in January, so who knows, I guess. I guess what I should say is my initial goal is to do everything in December, but it may change based off of how things end up going for the rest of the episode here and where things are best to sell at. Because realistically, we don't have a whole lot of money right now, and that's because we've been spending it on buying things. And at this point, we need to start collecting and saving the money the rest of the way here, so we can actually succeed in this series, which, like I said, I have no issues or concern. I'm pretty positive we will succeed, but we can't keep buying stuff, but we are going to succeed. But how's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're all doing well, staying safe, all that good stuff. Looks like snow is on the way, so it's a good thing we're getting the harvest underway here. I don't know how much time we have. Hopefully it's a little bit. Actually, it's not much time at all. Snow's going to be coming very soon, so I don't normally do this, but I think I'm going to slow down time a little bit here. Let's just go to 2 times and make sure we can get this field harvested, because if we can't, that's also going to play a factor into the of harvesting it, right? We might have to wait and finish the harvest in January. As long as we can get around the headland a few times, then I feel a little bit safer about getting rid of these trees as well before the snow starts, right? So now a little quick shameless plug. Well, it'll be, I guess by the time you watch this, it'll be a couple days ago. But a couple days ago, I did a video on my other channel. My original channel before I created a farming simulator channel, and I was playing through Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and I've played through every Call of Duty campaign. I like playing through the Call of Duty campaigns. I've played through every Call of Duty campaign, not necessarily on the channel. I want to go back and do all of them, but in general, I've played through all of them, and I've never once, I don't think, as far as the campaign goes, I don't think I've ever been, maybe one other time, but I don't think I've ever had so many jump scares as I've had in Call of Duty Black Ops. So it was I think it was episode 5. I mentioned something about the real jump scares or something in the title, but I think it was episode 5. But either way, I had to turn the camera on, which I haven't been doing the camera a lot lately on that channel for whatever reason. I just haven't felt like it, I guess. But I had to turn the camera on because I was getting so many jump scares. It was a very jump scare esque episode. I love scary stuff, like in real life, but I don't normally play scary horror type of video games often. I do it every once in a while, but not often. I don't know why. I just don't. But this, for whatever reason, it was getting me, man. They were getting me. So if you want to laugh, you want to enjoy, grab some popcorn, and laugh at my expense, maybe go take a look at that video. It's, it was pretty funny, and it was a lot of fun. Not what I was expecting by any means for a Call of Duty game to ever jump. I mean, it's a shooter, right? You wouldn't expect to be scared, a jump scare in a shooter game, but I was, so... Anyway, shameless plug there. Let's move on. Let's talk about Farming Simulator here. So I've been teasing it a little bit, and I think I have something kind of fully sorted out for when FS25 comes out for my my members. If you are a member and watching this, I think it's going to be something where I run a quick, series or a quick episode or two on it, whatever it may be, for you, and then I might end up putting that into the rotation, like a once a week kind of thing, rotation, for everyone else. So that's the reason why I'm bringing it up. I think it's gonna be fun. I think you'll enjoy it. I don't think I've seen anybody do anything like it. It's not like a foolproof thing. I'm probably gonna have issues with it, and I'm gonna have to kind of shift and make changes on the fly, I'm sure. But I think it's gonna be a fun little challenge that I've come up with. So nothing else but that. That's just a little bit of another future shameless plug for you all to look out for. And if you're a member, look out for it even sooner, I guess. I had thought originally about doing, like maybe like a test run episode in FS22. I decided against it. Just save that for when FS25 comes out, I guess. Now, realistically, my goal for the members-only videos, it's probably going to be kind of a once-a-month thing. A little bit of a longer episode, but once-a-month kind of thing. But whenever I'm working on maybe considering something new for the channel that's not members only, right? Something like this challenge that I came up with, I might do a couple episodes, a month, and run that through my members to see how they feel about it, their reaction, right? If it's not received well from my members, then I probably will either maybe modify it or just scrap it altogether for, giving it to everyone else, for everybody else to watch. Because I want to make sure that what I'm putting out there is something that people are interested in. I don't want to spend hours doing edits and everything like that if it's not something that anyone's interested in, if that makes any sense. I'm always trying to invent and try new things, right? Just try to figure out different ideas, different things to bring to the table if I can, with FS25 here, to make enjoyable content for you that's not the same as everyone else. I'm certainly going to be doing stuff that's the same as everyone else, but if I can come up with some new ideas and some new challenges and things to attempt at, I definitely want to do it. So, kind of ranting there, gang. I apologize, but you get what I'm sure you get what I mean. I'm sure you do. It's a great harvester, man. This little bison. It's a great harvester. 100 horsepower. Decent amount that it holds. I like the colors I went with as well. I'm not normally a big red fan. But I do like the maroon red, like this. Like a dark maroon like this. And it looks really good with that white. It looks way better than I was expecting it to look with that white. That white really makes makes it pop, right? Why am I talking about that? We've had this harvester for a number of episodes now. I don't know. Just popped in my head. Told you, I'm in kind of a ranting mood today. Anyway, we also have to today do the second application of fertilizer on the small field, the original field, right? We've got to take care of that. That won't take too long to do. I probably can put a worker on doing that. Well, I can probably put a worker on doing this, honestly, and that's probably what I'll do. Because that field is so awkwardly shaped down there, it's probably going to be easier for me to put a worker on this versus the worker doing the spraying on the other field. Even though we've done a lot of spraying recently, I think from a specifically strategic, logical standpoint, it's probably smarter to put the worker on doing this versus the spraying. So, you might get a little more spraying action in your life today. That didn't sound right. Oof. Whoops. We got to figure out some way to get that tree right there. I've chopped it down a couple of times. I think I'm about to chop it down a few more. It's heavy, and I'm not having an easy time getting that back to the farm there. I was trying to get it back off camera, I don't know, a number of episodes ago, and I was having major issues with that tree there. So I'm going to figure something out. Probably have to just chop it down a couple more times, which means less technical wood chips in the long run because you're making them smaller, I think. Well, actually, I don't know if that production matters or not. Some productions do, some don't. Especially cell points, right? Cell points matter. You want to have a certain length. I think it was 9 meters, I think is what everybody's decided was the best width, or length, I guess. Length. So, while we're doing this, let's just jump in here really quick. Let's see. Sorghum is best in January. Canola is best now. So we can sell the canola today, and it's dropping. So we need to get this picked up as fast as possible and sell it. But the sorghum is best next month. So that kind of makes me think maybe we do an episode in January. That's 2 episodes in a row where I've talked about, you know, skipping months, and maybe we don't. Although it's not that bad. The Marcus-Stoll's 2803. That's better than everything. So maybe not. Maybe we just sell it out right now. I think we do. Because 2803 is better than what the average price is in January, which is 2757, and it's dropping. So I think we just sell it now. And that'll give us a good amount of money. All the sorghum in there, 17,000 liters. It's a decent amount of money. I mean, it's not going to be anything crazy, but almost $3,000 per 1,000 liters. We'll take that. The canola is going to be a lot better. It's dropping too. Oop, I told you that because it is best now, so it is going to be dropping probably all day today. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to sell this stuff today. So it'll be 1 month, one episode here in December, not doing an episode in January. We'll just skip it. I'll do the second application of fertilizer myself off camera. Yeah, definitely. Now it is December, obviously, so the actual brightness is not that good of the sun. I probably should flip on moving forward. Probably in FS25 I will do that and just make sure that every month is like June or July where it's sunny for a long period of time, and that way I don't have to worry about so much of the darkness. But I don't know, part of me still kind of likes having that feature in here. It may not be the best for your viewing, right? Because it's a little bit darker, so it's not as easy to watch probably on the eyes, right? But I don't know, I like having the dark, so maybe not. Who knows? You never know what I'm going to think. I always change my mind. Depends on my mood. So I think what we're going to do here is once I get this unloaded, I'm going to put the worker on getting the harvest going here, and they're not going to go the way we want them to, and that's fine. That's fine, right? They don't. I don't know why I got out of the tractor there. They don't need to, right? They don't. I should be in first person view too, shouldn't I? Anyway, they're not. I mean, they're not going to go the way we want them to, and that's perfectly fine. It's not a big deal. I'm actually going to go back out of it. I shouldn't even got in there because I'm not really going to be able to see, because this thing you have to go at a certain angle or it hits the top of it. Maybe if I use the other tractor, it might not have as many issues, the Zorch there, but, you know, whatever. It is what it is. Okay, it's going in. Perfect. All right, let's put this on a worker. We'll jump out. The worker do their thing. And we can sell this right now, and we're going to pick up some of it from the storage, the silo we put in there. Yeah, baby, that's good money right there. 21 grand, and it wasn't even a full trailer? That's good money. That's what we want to see. So let's get the sorghum filled up in here. I might have to move the water tank. I think I left the water tank in the same spot, and it's not really the most ideal spot for it to be in. Because now we have crop over here. Well, actually, we can drive over that crop a second time right now. Or right now we can drive over that crop, I should say, right? That was not a very good backup there, Z. Come on, buddy. There you go. We're going to make a few trips here. Even though I knew it was going to be okay for us to drive over that, it always makes me nervous. So I was trying to be very careful. And there is the worker doing exactly what we said, not going the way we expect him to, but whatever. It's fine. It's fine. It'll be alright. We'll make it work. Up to 50. Yeah, we're looking good here, gang. We're not going to have any issues whatsoever getting to 150,000 because we still have that field and the big field over there to harvest coming up. And we'll eventually probably do this small field again here, right? That field over there, more than likely. May not need to, but we probably will. Like I said, I really plan on kind of, even if we accomplish the goal early, which it looks like we're going to, we could have already accomplished the goal, I guess, but running this until, you know, FS22 releases. So we're going to have a little bit left of sorghum in there. Not even close to another full trailer load, but it's all right. We should be at about $70,000-ish here after this sell. And once we're done selling everything on that field, we'll be well over 100. And our goal is just to get to 150,000, which is not not that far off when we're already at 50, right? It's hard to stop with this trailer. Thing's heavy. Yep, 72,569. Let's just go ahead and top off the rest of the sorghum here. We'll throw it in there quickly. It won't take long. I got this pallet kind of in the way. I need to move it, but, well, whatever. It's there for right now. $23%, so this won't be a whole lot, but a couple $1,000s more, which is really nice. And I would suspect that the worker is going to be pretty close here to having a full load in the harvester at this point. So hopefully, yep, he's going to be able to turn around and be facing the proper way for us just to unload directly. Well, 5,310, so we're up to $77,863. That is good money. We love to see that, gang. Love it. We're going to get this unloaded here. All right, there we go. It's pretty much fully unloaded there. I'm going to unload this into the sell point, and we're going to take back over for the worker here. And we're going to continue on here. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to take over for the worker yet. I'm going to jump into doing the spraying. I'm just going to do a jump cut of it, though. I'll just do a jump cut of when I get done doing the second application of fertilizer over there. We'll just get that done quickly. The worker might end up being done with the harvest here by then, but we'll find out soon enough, I guess. So let me get into the other, the Z-Tor, which is now kind of our dedicated sprayer, and we're going to get this field sprayed down. And I'll be back with you once it's done. Alright, the field has been sprayed and it's snowing, so we don't have much left to do here. I'm tempted just to take a tiny bit of loss for mowing, or mowing. For harvesting when it's snowing, but there's a decent amount up here left to do. I don't know. We might have to wait. Oof. But if I don't do it now, we don't really have anything else left to do on in this episode besides the trees, right? The trees are the only other thing we could potentially try to do. I think I screwed this up. I thought I was going to be able to reach that. I'm not going to be able to reach that. Well, shit. So I slowed down the speed all the way down to 0.5, as you can see, because I saw one flurry pop up, and I'm like, oh boy. Oh boy. Just to try to help us out. I don't think there's going to be any way to get around this, though. We're either going to have to push through the snow and take a tiny bit of loss, or wait until January to mow. Or mow. Why do I keep saying mow? Where is mow coming from? We haven't mowed on this series at all. Where's mow coming from? I don't know. Oof. Alright. Well, I think I'm just gonna accept it and take the loss. If we take a loss, we take a loss from harvesting during the snow. Let's get this done. Alright, so there's definitely some serious yield loss when you do the harvesting here in the rain, which obviously we knew that, but it's been a while since I've done any kind of harvesting in rain. Well, it's snow, but they call it rain. So, yeah, definitely some severe loss there, but realistically, it doesn't really make that big of a difference for us. It really doesn't. Yeah, we could have got a little bit more, probably another harvester load, I'm sure, probably 30% more, but, you know, it's fine. We're not really that concerned because, you know, we're pretty close already to getting to 150,000 just specifically from the sorghum harvest and this harvest of this field. So really not too concerned considering that we have both the other ones with crops in it that we're going to harvest right before we end the series at a minimum. Probably harvest this one again too, but you never know, I guess. But alright, so it's all done, harvested up. Let me put this away. We've got some still in that trailer over there to sell, so we will sell that as well. Probably get us over the $100,000 mark, which is good. And then we've got to start taking care of that field, right? So we've got to cultivate the field up and etc., etc. Now you'll see I just kind of left the tractor here kind of in the way because I saw a flurry starting to come to fruition, so I was trying to get onto this field as fast as possible and get it before it started hitting the marker saying we were going to lose yield. But I think we got another pass by doing that, where we probably wouldn't have if we were, you know, backing everything in the proper way and putting everything away. But we'll put it away. Just decided to run for the hill here and make sure we were able to get as much as we can without losing any yield. So 35% in here, again, not a ton, but probably get us to about 99,000, 98,000, something like that. Depends on where it's dropped as far as the money goes from the time we started harvesting, and, well, I guess the last time we dropped off a trailer load, I guess. Oh, better than what I thought. $102,031. That's really good. So we're only 50,000 away from accomplishing our goal here, so that's absolutely 100% going to be accomplished, which we've said a number of times already. So let's put this, well, I'm going to say put it away. I'm just going to stick it here, which is kind of where we've been leaving it at. And we'll hook into the harrow. It's not even a full cultivator, it's the harrow. Just so we can actually drill something in the ground. We're unable to drill into this field unless we do this harrowing. Now, if I had a full cultivator, I probably wouldn't have to worry about, well, it depends on how big the cultivator was and how deep it goes, but probably wouldn't have to worry about as much of doing the herbicide spraying, but this is sufficient. It's a nice wide width for us, so it doesn't take long for us to do it anyway, so. And we're underway. Now what I'm probably going to do, since we are so close and we know we're going to make it easily, I keep hitting the stumps here, hold on just a second. I'm probably going to take the Zorch, and upgrade it to the max that we can upgrade it to. As you know, when I bought it, I kind of just left it mostly as stock, but I'd like to upgrade it a little bit more. So we're going to do that. It won't cost us much, probably $10,000, $15,000 to do so. That way it's a little bit stronger and we can utilize it for a few more things, like this harrowing if we want to, right? But yeah, this is going to be a nice long episode here. Like I said, when we get to the spraying towards the end, since we've done so much spraying, I may just do a lot of that off camera. We'll see. But at a minimum, we're going to get this field all harrowed up and drilled before we move along. All right, finishing up the second headland pass here. So we're going to throw this on a worker here for a brief period of time once I get back down here to the end. We're going to take that Zorch, like I told you, and go to the shop there. We're going to upgrade it. Spend a little bit of money, but that's all right. Not too concerned about it. That way, if there is a possibility for us to utilize the Zorch for anything else, we can, besides just the spraying. It would definitely help with if nothing else, it'll help with moving the trailer around with the products in it, right? With the crop and everything in it. Alright, so they're going to turn off the lights, which you kind of expected, but that's fine. I'm trying to leave the light on because it is a little gloom out because of the snow, right? And realistically, what I'd like to do is, in the interim, while that's occurring, after we upgrade this, if possible, hook the sled up to the back of this and try to get rid of at least some of the trees. Probably some of the smaller ones. The bigger ones will probably need the John Deere for, honestly, because the John Deere has a little bit more horsepower than this can at max. I think this one can get to 90 or 85, something like that, at max, where the John Deere has the max of 100 horsepower, right? The limit of this series. So we'll see how it goes. But either way, that's it's an objective and a goal we're going to shoot for here, is to try to get rid of some of those trees while the worker continues to do the rest of the harrowing. And then once that's done, then we're going to have to start doing the drilling. And then obviously the spraying after that. But like I mentioned, the spraying may or may not be put on camera. I don't know yet. We'll just have to see how long this episode goes and where we get to. Alright, so we maxed it out. It only goes up to actually 81 horsepower. I thought it was 85. It's 81, so a little bit less than what we were really looking for here, but that's okay. It's not terrible. It should be enough, like I said, for us to be able to do these trees here. These trees here aren't anything too heavy, so... And that'll help us in the long run, because most of the trees we have are these, right? So... Okay, I'm not even going to worry about chopping those down. It's not even worth my time here. I have no idea what the worker's doing there, so I'm going to keep an eye on him. I guess he's coming down here to get this. Yeah, we can pick these up, no problem with this. That's perfect. That's exactly what I was looking for. And what I was hoping for. Now I should probably move that pallet. It's gonna be in the way here. We're gonna move this with the tree. There's not a whole lot we can do. So we'll just slide it over there and hope for the best here, huh? Or we'll just move backwards with it too. Whatever. Okay. Alright, so we'll back this up here. Flip this on. Start accepting those. Nice. Quick save here. Let me make sure that they're turned on to selling here. We do have it on selling. Perfect. And the worker thinks they're done, but we know they're not. Oops, and I wasn't supposed to do that. Hold on a second. Let me do it the proper way. Remember, that's a rule I put in place at the beginning, as I had to actually walk to the equipment. I couldn't just jump through each of the pieces of equipment. So once we get up here, we can reset it. Looks like there is a bit up there we're going to have to touch up, and that's fine. I was not expecting perfection here from the worker. Just as long as they get most of it, I was going to be pretty happy. And it seems like, for the most part, they have. So, okay. Let's head back to the Z-Tour here. We'll start chopping down some more of these trees and get them taken care of. There's quite a few. So these wood chips should help a lot. Now, obviously, the main goal here is to try to get to 150,000 without utilizing the wood chips to get us there. The wood chips really are going to be, or what we're really trying to utilize those for, would be, you know, more of being able to buy other things with it. Now, I don't necessarily know if we're going to need a whole lot else, but these trees are, they're nice, don't get me wrong, but they're just kind of in the way. They're there, so we might as well go ahead and get rid of them. That's where my head's at least. It'll make it easier for us when we're harvesting. If we ever have a worker or anything doing any of the harvesting, it makes it easier there as well. So let's just get rid of them, right? Doesn't mean we have to make multiple trips here, but, you know, it's fine. It's not too bad. This will be a nice long episode. In comparison to what we've been doing, this series is, at least for the last handful of episodes, has been around, you know, the 25-30 minute range. This is probably going to be more like a 45 to an hour by the time I'm done editing and everything. So I'm going to carry on here, gang. I won't do any kind of time lapse or anything because I've mentioned it so many times. You're probably sick of hearing me say it, but I don't really like doing time lapse with trees or logging or lumber of any sort. I do it every once in a while, certainly, but I really don't like to do it. Early on in a challenge type of situation, possibly, yeah, we have to because we don't have any other content besides just chopping down those trees. But whenever I can help it, I would prefer not to put any kind of tree work in a time lapse. It makes me sick a little bit when I'm trying to do the editing, so I can only imagine if you're watching the video all the way through how it might make you sick. So we try to do the best we can to stay away from that. So little jump cut here, gang. We'll see how far we get. It's probably not going to be much further before that worker's going to be done, and we are going to have to start working on the drilling. And what we'll probably do is put a time lapse in of me doing the drilling of that field. And then we'll see where we are as far as, well, where I think we are as far as the actual time of the episode itself. If it's getting up there where I'm thinking it's going to be closer to an hour plus, we may have to just call it there, and I'll do the rest of it off camera, just to, keep the video relatively reasonable. And there, the worker's done. So let me pull this up here really quick. We're going to at least get one more tree down, but we've got some work to do over here as well, touching this up. So I really love that church. I've said that so many times, but I do. I really, really like that church. It's really cool. Man, the snow is coming down today, isn't it? Whew. I can't tell you the last time on the channel that we've done an episode where the snow's been coming down like this, and it's going to be coming down like this for the entire episode. Normally it's, it's snowing for 2, 3, 4 hours, and then it's done. But this is literally all day. All day long. Not until 1900. I mean, that's all day. Alright, so this is done. We can put this away. Let me get that tree down. I'll take it over there, like I said, and then we'll jump into the drill. Now, the drill is still going to really need to be on this because the drill is significantly more, and it requires significantly more horsepower. Even more than what the John Deere has. So we got to make sure we're utilizing the John Deere for the drill, or we're already shooting ourselves in the foot. We kind of are already, but it manages. It makes it work. It manages. So let me get that tree down. I'm hooking everything up here. I'll get set up, and when I'm back with you, we'll be into a time lapse. All right, we got the worker going. They're pretty far along here. We're almost done starting up the spraying here as well. Just get the fertilizer down quick. We can obviously do, well, I might just do it off camera, but we can obviously do the herbicide, you know, later on in this episode. Or I can do it off camera with the second application of fertilizer, right? I can do it then. Not a big deal. But we're going to carry on here, gang. I'm going to get all this done. The episode's getting relatively long at this point, so I think what I'm going to do is actually call the episode there. You've seen me do the spraying many a times. You can see the workers there. They're almost done with the... looks like I did miss a little section there. There's a little tiny triangle section there I missed with the harrows, but that's all right. Anyway, you've seen me do this a lot lately, so I don't necessarily want to spend a whole lot of time doing this with you again, so I think I'll leave the episode there. If you enjoyed it, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. It helps me out a ton. More videos are in the corners. We're getting close, gang. FS25 is right around the corner. Again, I will be slightly delayed before I release an episode of FS25 due to being out of the country for work, but only by a few days, so I'm not missing that much. Well, there we go. That went about as you would expect. So I'm not missing too much, but I will be a few days behind of everyone else if there are any challenges or anything like that. That I decide to run with some of the typical guys, right? You know, I don't know if Northern Farm Sim will be back or not, but, you know, Farmer Mike, Crust2, Rusty, CS Benji, Milk That Hen, etc. The normal crew, right? I'm missing people. I know I am. I apologize, but you know who I'm talking about. All of those guys, if there's anything that they come out with that looks interesting, that they're running some kind of challenge, we'll take it on. And don't forget, I've got some things coming out for my members as well, so special thank you to my members as well. And if you're interested, I will have members-only videos beginning when FS25 releases. Likely once a month, sometimes twice a month. Just depends on how things go, like I mentioned earlier on in the episode. So, once again, thanks so much for watching. Hit the like button. I'll catch you in the next one.